Hello, 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 you beautiful red and green army. We are back here on Coventry United TV with live and exclusive coverage of the second half of this FA Vase match. The FA Vase second round to be exact. Half-time score at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United 3, Boldmere St Michael's 0. But we have another 45 minutes of action coming your way. Let's get you into the team news now. If I can get my phone out of its hidey hole. So, the starting lineups once again for Coventry United. Number 1, Brad Caswell. Number 2, Ben Valance. Number 3, Ronnie Hendricks. Number 4, Gip Musa. Number 5 is Jamal Clark. Number 6, Kyle Barnett. Number 7, Kyle Carey. 8, Jake Holt. Number 9, Aaron Solomon. And essentially got down to number 11, Luke Down. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted there. And for Boldmere St Michael's, number 1, Lewis Fenny. 2, Cameron Gale. 3, Reece Mitchell. 4, Craig Milligan. 5, Harry Craven. 6, JC Abram. 7, Ben Usher Shipway. 8, Owen Parry. 9, Ricardo Reed. 10, Alistair Brawns. 11, Luke Shearer. Those are your starting lineups for the second half here on Coventry United TV. Live coverage of Coventry United versus Boldmere St Michael's. Scorers of the goals today: Shaquille McDonald with the first. Kyle Carey also finding the net, and Aaron Solomon too. The road to Wembley continues for the Red and Greens. They've got to get through the next 45 minutes with the lead intact. At the moment, you'd have to say it's an unlikely event of a draw. We would go to extra time, but not penalties. It would be extra time and then a replay. But in the current situation, it is unlikely that we would see a draw unless Boldmere can muster something very special. Although we have seen comebacks from 3-0 down in this competition at this venue, so it's not out of the question. It's just very difficult to pull off. But we'll see what happens. Coventry United and Boldmere underway once more for the second half of the Butts Park Arena. Lewis Fenny called into action as he is off his arm and boots the ball away on the volley, closed down by Shaquille McDonald. Mitchell. Ball stopped between his feet there, and now he's been hassled and harried by Solomon. Gets the way to Abram. JC Abram flicked on with a header Parry. Usher Shipway, chest control by Ricardo Reed. In goes Gip Musa, taken away from the big man, but his pass is collected by Abram for Boldmere. And a short range pass that should have been rather simple for Abram, aimed towards the left back, Reece Mitchell, ends up out of play for a Coventry United throw. Boldmere just aren't even getting the simple stuff right. Until they can master that, it's going to be a tough day for them. Downs brings down the clearance from Gale. Milligan switches the play for Shearer in the Coventry United half. Diverted into touch by Ronnie Hendricks, expected to be safe and sorry. Throw to be taken by Gale. Craven. Now Gale. And again, a cross into no man's land. The ball into the penalty area bounces straight to Caswell with no one in an orange shirt. And we now see the first appearance of the floodlights in a day match of the season. So that's just come off. Of course, the clocks went back last week, and I'm sure Boldmere would wish that they could turn the clocks back to before the first whistle when they were level, as Kyle Carey is denied once more by Lewis Fenny. A goal kick after a hopeful ball down the right hand side, ends up out of play. Coventry could be preparing to come on for Coventry United. Swerving Curvin, as he's been dubbed by Mr. Reynolds here. So it's Fenny booting it away. Ball down by Solomon. First touch wasn't mastered. And it's Usher Shitway who lets go out and play for the throw. Taken by Reese Mitchell. Mitchell upfield looking for Reed, in the air by Valence. Kyle Barnett. Loft-bid ball down the right flank. Solomon forces Mitchell into a clearance. So almost level with the Boldmere penalty area. It is a throw to be taken by Ben Valence. Solomon deflected out of play from Usher Shitway. It's a throw in virtually the same position. Holt tries to return the ball to Valence. Valence couldn't keep it in. Craven down the right, looks for Gale, and Hendricks with a lovely deft flick over Gale, and his ball up the left hand side deflects off the heel of Shearer, out of play for the Coventry United throw. Shearer gets it back, sends it down the right. Barnett first to it, with Reed breathing down his neck. Caswell finishes off the job. Kyle Carey nearly catching out Milligan. And Milligan finds Shearer on the right hand side after the clearance. Shearer. And he's forced into touch by Ronnie Hendricks, and the linesman on the far side has decided that it will be a Boldmere corner. Box. Musa looks to clear his lines. Broads. Neat turn away from Ben Valence. It's Alistair Broads. Can he instigate a Boldmere comeback? First line crossed by Milligan. Carey misses with the leap. Usher Shitway, the lunge in by Hendricks. He got the ball and he had to. United throw. Shearer's bundled out of play by Carey. And there's going to be a little bit of a injury stoppage at the moment as the physio, Dan White, is called over. Ronnie Hendricks in need of some treatment. After 5 minutes of play in the second half here on Coventry United TV, live coverage of the FA Vase second round proper. Coventry United versus Boldmere St Michael's. It remains Coventry United 3, Boldmere St Michael's 0. The next time we are on air here on CUTV comes next Saturday, the 10th of November. Home match in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division as Coventry United host Sporting Cowser. And then on Sunday, the Red and Green Girls of Coventry United Ladies head down to Uxbridge, just next to Heathrow Airport, for a match against Queen's Park Rangers Ladies. It garnered a 10-1 victory last season for the Red and Green Girls, so we are sure to see a few goals. And we're going to get underway once again as Hendricks is Still being attended to by Dan White off the field. So United will continue with 10 men for now. And there is going to be a change for Boldmere with the number 14 Joe Ling getting ready. The ball is out of play now. Boldmere are saying yes, we want to make that change. It's going to be a throw on the left-hand side of the United's penalty area to the red and greens. So Joe Ling is going to replace Alistair Brawns. So the number 10 for Boldmere, Alistair Brawns, replaced by number 14 Joe Ling. Wasn't that a Dolly Parton song? Joe Ling, Joe Ling. That's another one to add to my album. Rotating to McDonald. Carey looking to find a way through Craven, unsuccessful. Holt sends it forward. Out comes Fenny with a dangerous piece of play. That to come on the edge of his penalty area, is booted away. As now Cameron Gale is forced down by Hendricks, who is back on the pitch and ended up halfway through the Boldmere fullback. Punted towards the Coventry penalty area. Appeals against Jamal Clark. Boldmere feeling that he used the Boldmere attacker as a launch pad. He had to try to cancel Shaquille McDonald. He couldn't quite bring the ball under control, and it ends up back with Fenny thanks to JC Abrams. Fenny flicks off the head of Ling. Throw in quickly taken by Usher Shitway. Here's Ricardo Reed. Usher Shipway. Cross in, nodded into the ground by Musa. Downs turns away from Reed, just about able to evade the big number 9. And here comes Aaron Solomon down the right-hand side. Can he cut in or go for the cross? He'll go for the cross, carries the far post and forces a headed clearance out for a corner by Cameron Gale. Corner kick for Coventry United. Highlights of today's game can be found on YouTube tomorrow morning, youtube.com/CoventryUnitedTV. Looking for a 4th goal. He won't find it with that one. Cross from Kyle Carey curls over the woodwork and out of play for the goal kick. Looks like I've got my own little fan club here. Go on, lads, say hello. We've got the Coventry United Juniors here, the mascots for today's match. Downs can't take it around Ling. Ling dispossessed. Barnett to Shaquille McDonald. Abrams barges into McDonald, but the referee has moved. Now Shearer heads towards the penalty area. The pass to Reed is picked out by Luke Downs and sent clear towards the Boldmere penalty area. Out comes Fenny, and that's the end of that chapter. Milligan, the captain, punts that one forward. Again, poor passing from Boldmere. Ends up back with Caswell between the sticks. Boldmere are going to need something very special to get back in with a chance of taking something from this match. And at the moment, they're the furthest thing from special you could think of. It's been a terrible match from Boldmere. Musa wins the header against Milligan. Volleyed away by Craven, brought down the centre circle by Luke Downs, spots Kieran left. It's been so dangerous today, but Downs couldn't find it. Interception made by Gale. Now Shearer. Returned it to Gale, who made the overlapping run. Down line with Parry. Shearer once more. It's blocked by Luke Downs. line to Craven, who swings it to the left-hand side. Mitchell to Abrams. JC Abrams. Ling chests it down and passes to Mitchell. Offside claims against Ricardo Reed. The flag stays down and Reed forced into the corner on this near side. Usher Shipway. Reed in support. Ricardo Reed. Boldmere encased on this left-hand side of the field, but it's away to Mitchell. Just about able to keep it within the confines of the pitch. The clearance by Gift Musa did contact with Mitchell, but it looks like it hit him after the ball went out of play. And now a free kick to Boldmere as Gift Musa forces Shearer to the ground. Shearer tries to take the quick free kick, but is prevented from doing so as Ricardo Reed was still on the ground. A shot of adrenaline in the arm of Boldmere St Michael's, and how they needed it. Owen Parry, the Boldmere number 8, with the chance to find a teammate in that penalty area and try to give Boldmere some hope. It's Parry in and headed over the net from close range. I think it was either Joe Ling or Cameron Gale. It's Ling with his head in his hands. Both men going for the same ball. I think it was Ling who got the final touch on it and sends it over the net from close range. If you can't take chances like that, there's no way you're coming back from a 3-0 deficit. United throw at 10 yards into Red and Green's territory as Graham Wood goes and plays ball boy over on the far side of the field. He's not getting paid double for that, I can tell you. Holt. Pass only finds Shearer. Down line to Gale. Flicks on the head of Ricardo Reed. Jamal Clark will get there first. Caswell boots it away. Offside against Kyle Carey. A decision that hasn't pleased the Coventry United faithful. Well, United do retain their 3-0 lead as we hit the 60th minute. Half an hour of play still to go. The Red Greens look comfortable. They'll try and take Boldmere for everything that they've got. Shearer holds off Holt. He's got Gale in support on the right-hand side. Plays it safe and goes to Parry. Owen Parry on the move. Milligan slots it into the penalty area. Ling held off well by Kyle Barnett. Good strength from the red and green centre-back. Terry Anderson barking instructions as the red and greens try to hang on to this depth of this 3-0 lead. Boot by Caswell, brought down by Abrams, but Aaron Solomon almost able to take the ball away, unsuccessful ultimately. And Mitchell wins the throw-in for Coventry United as it deflects out of play off Solomon. And we are going to see the introduction, I believe, of swerving Kervin Ellis very soon as he goes for a warm-up down the touchline. United already have the 3-goal lead. A 4 would make it almost certain that they will go through. You're right in saying it's 4 matches until Wembley. United made it until the 3rd round last year before losing on penalties to Bromsgrove Sporting. Solomon shoved to the ground and the linesman finds in favour of Coventry United. That time, the outstretched arm of Ben Usher Shipway, who has indicated to the referee that his shirt was being pulled by Solomon. This is one for Jake Holt. And good news for Leicester City, they're now 1-0 in front away at Cardiff City. And Accrington lead Coventry by 1-0 at the Rico. Holt's delivery ends up with Carey at the far post. Barnett, standing challenge from Gale. The Mike's counter. But again, the passing, the long-range passing from Boldmere lets them down. Shearer should have took it further before trying to punt it towards Reed. Well, United make the same mistakes. They just launch it towards the Boldmere penalty area, and it's comfortably brought down by Fenny. Fenny's kick towards Ricardo Reed. A little bit of an arm pull there on Jamal Clark, but it is the United captain who comes away with it. Great tenacity there from the player of the month for October. McDonald wins the corner. The ball from Kyle Carey finds McDonald, brings it to feet, takes on the defence. It was JC Abrams who diverted it out of play. And there is going to be a Coventry substitution. Swerving Kerwin Ellis is incoming. Jake Holt is on the ground at the moment. You're having a couple of injury stoppages. So it is Jake Holt coming off. We have seen the substitutes board now. We can confirm that it's number 8 Jake Holt being replaced by number 14 Kerwin Ellis. So you would assume it's either going to be Kyle Carey or Adam Solomon dropping back into the midfield three. I'd hazard a guess it's going to be Carey dropping back. As Holt makes his way over to the touchline, the change takes place now. Ellis on, Holt off. We are heading up to 25 minutes to go. Kerwin has his first duties after replacing Jake Holt. Comes with this corner. Can he make an immediate impact? It's swung in towards McDonald, and Ellis was in there too. Headed behind to the right flank. Here's Kyle Barnett. Wins the throw. It's blocked off by JC Abrams. Solomon into Ellis. Great save with the left glove of Lewis Finney. Less than a minute after coming on, Ellis trying to make an immediate impact. A deft, cheeky through ball by Aaron Solomon, allowing Ellis a shot on goal at a tight angle. Finney was equal to it. Solomon in. Out by Gale with the near post. Shearer looks for the overlap of Gale. Fantastic side challenge by Ben Valance. And again, throw into Boldmere. Valance was tripped. And there is going to be a substitution here for Boldmere St Michael's. And coming on is number 17, Ryan Brooks. And he is replacing JC Abrams. Brian Brooks is coming on. Thrown up in the throw by Reece Mitchell. Free kick, I'm not sure what for. We've blown the whistle almost immediately after that throw. Only assume there's been a bit of pushing and shoving in there. Parry's free kick deep into the United penalty area, headed down. Handball claims. It clearly hit Barnett's head. Not sure behind what was behind the appeals from Boldmere. Hendricks concedes the throw level with the penalty area on the right hand side for Boldmere. Throw into the danger zone again. Barnett with the header. Kyle Carey beaten to it by Parry. Gale. Milligan will try one. And it's a pretty poor effort from the Boldmere captain. Disappointing day for the Mikes. beating the Red and Greens at this venue 2 weeks ago in the league, they would have hoped and expected for better than the 3-0 deficit they are currently enduring. Caswell looks for Ellis. It's one in the air by Milligan, but Carey sends it forward again. This time it's Craven. Brought down by Ellis. Carey making the overlap. Ellis looks for Carey. It's Kyle Carey. The slide in by Craven. Had to get that right. He did get it right. And it's another corner kick on the left flank for the Red and Greens. Short one. Solomon evades his marker. Aaron Solomon, a bit of pushing and shoving there. The pass just out of reach for Shaquille McDonald. Ellis pulls it back. Kerwin Ellis turned and shoots. And it cannons off the blue fencing behind the goal. If the original pass from Solomon was just an inch to the right, McDonald could have got something on that. And from that sort of range, you want to bet your house, your mortgage, your kids on McDonald scoring. Thunderous volley by Jamal Clark, but straight into touch. In fact, it went out of play before it even bounced. Crikey, that's some power behind it. Just not the accuracy. Gale's throw up line, looks for Usher Shipway. Kerry got something under it, couldn't divert it away from his opposite number 7, Usher Shipway. It's blocked by Barnett, and it hits the arm of Barnett, who protests his innocence. But the protests fall on deaf ears, and Boldmere running out of time. They do have a free kick. Reece Mitchell with a chance to take away Caswell's clean sheet and inspire a Mike's comeback. Mitchell towards Ling at the far post. It's a tame header. A perfect position for one of the taller players in the Boldmere team. But the power went AWOL for Joe Ling. And Caswell with the simplest of saves. Caswell's clearance aims ahead of Harry Craven. Challenge header by Ling, who didn't actually get anything on the ball. Reed with the overhead kick. Ball counts up Brooks. Valence's first serve, Valence playing it right back today. Ellis brings it down, but the first touch is too heavy. Mulligan looks for Gale. In goes McDonald. The slow by Gale. McDonald's on it. Fenny's off his line, takes it around Fenny. And chests it away from the line. And Solomon couldn't make the challenge as Boldmere somehow escape with just the 3 goals conceded. Gale slid in to try and divert the ball away from Shaquille McDonald. McDonald able to collect the ball. Fenny came off his line. McDonald tried to round him but lost his balance. He did get the shot away, but it was blocked on the line by Harry Craven. Boldmere manager wanting the referee to speed up play of Caswell holding onto it for a good few seconds, but Caswell's kick ends up straight with his opposite number 1, Fenny. And it looks like we're going to have a Coventry United debut here. A new signing about to make his first team bow. Having a word with Mulligan, the Boldmere captain, and there is going to be a change here, and it is the first appearance for Coventry United's newest signing, Joseph Cairns. former Walsall youngster, signed this week following international clearance. He spent a brief time in Sweden. And it is the end of the day for Shaquille McDonald. McDonald off, Joseph Cairns on. So you know, with just the one change that they can make now, Nicholson, Bunn and Thornton amongst the substitutes. They may well need that change, of course, if we do go to 3-3 or 4-4 or whatever we're going to go to. If it does end up with a draw, then we will go to extra time, but not penalties. I believe it's the same rule in the FA Vase as the FA Cup, that you can make a fourth change in extra time. Oh, and that is a rather nasty slide by Mulligan, and the referee gives the free kick for the trip that followed the challenge. And the referee is going to have a brief word with Mulligan. The Boldmere captain lunging in dangerously on Aaron Solomon, and then Solomon made his way out the challenge with the ball. The Boldmere captain tripped the United number 9. That's what the free kick's been given for. Boldmere can ill afford to concede again, and they just might. The ball cannoned around the Boldmere penalty area, but Barnett couldn't get the shot away, and now Shearer begins the counter, and sandwiched between Downs and Solomon, Luke Shearer wins the free kick. Flying through the air like Flash Gordon. Shearer, neat trickery to try and find his way around Solomon. Ducks the shoulder, finds his way into the corner, crosses in. Gale looks at Usher Shitway, and Ronnie Hendricks slides it out of danger. Cairns with his first meaningful move in a Coventry United shirt, but curtailed by Harry Craven. Fenny boots it away. Throw in Coventry United just inside the Boldmere half on the left-hand side for the Red and Greens. Just 15 minutes of normal time to go. United retain their 3-0 lead over Boldmere St Michael's. Play on after handball by Ronnie Hendricks. Can the Mikes make it count? No, they can't. Volleyed into the centre circle by Cairns. Ellis gets the way to Solomon. He's got Carey with him, and Cairns on the left-hand side. Perfectly weighted ball by Solomon. Here's Joseph Cairns. Can he make an immediate impression? First chance is blocked. The second flows across the face of goal, but it will be collected, the seconds, by Kyle Carey. His path blocked by Mitchell. Cross is deflected. Solomon gets his head to it, but it ends up back with Mitchell, and now Shearer will end the danger for Boldmere. Shrugs off a chance from Downs and from Carey. Still going, Shearer, tenacious run from the Boldmere number 11. Milligan. Poor pass collected by Downs. United on the search of a fourth goal. Solomon. Ends up back with Caswell. Terry Anderson telling his players to relax, just calm things down, see this match out. We'll be naming our CUTV man of the match in 10 minutes time. Let us know on Twitter at CovUnitedTV who you think it should be. It is now a Coventry United player exclusive, so we won't be naming a player from Boldmere, and to be honest with you, even if it wasn't, I don't think we would have been naming a Boldmere player anyway. It's been a pretty poor match for Boldmere. So United players only. Let us know on Twitter at CovUnitedTV. Milligan was being held. It will be a free kick. Barnett brings down the free kick with the Bonts. Hendricks. And Cairns bulldozed to the floor by Cameron Gale. Closing in on full time here. The next time we are on air on Coventry United TV comes next Saturday, back at the Butts. Live coverage of Coventry United versus Sporting Cowser, and our ladies action returns on Sunday, next Sunday, away at QPR. What on earth was that free kick from Valence? He just floated straight into the hands of Fenny. It's one of the few things that Terry Anson's men have got wrong today. Downs with the overhead kick. Ends up with Fenny again. United at the moment have taken their eye off the ball. Just sitting back and seeing this game out in a chilled fashion. You don't want to invite Boldmere back into this. Balance back to Caswell. Caswell slices that one away. Mulligan. He finds option number 4, Gift Musa. Craven shrugs off Ellis. It's back with Solomon. Looking for the crossfield ball to Kyle Carey. And Carey beats Gale to it. And a back heel to Cairns. And Cairns taken out from the side. And the referee is going to have a word with Owen Parry, the number 8. We could well see the first yellow card of the afternoon, and we do. It's a free kick to the Red and Greens right on the left touchline. Almost level with the penalty area. And the yellow card brandished for the first time today to the Boldmere number 8, Owen Parry. Kerry floats it in towards Clark. Corner kick. Final touch coming from Mulligan at the far post. Solomon's delivery from the right. Carey's at the far post. It was Cairns actually, but he was fouling Parry. And there is going to be a final change for Boldmere at St Michael's. Number 15 is brandished. It's Ricardo Reid coming off. And he will be replaced by Ryan Andrews. Ryan Andrews coming on. So I can confirm, despite Ryan saying it was, Roy saying it was Ryan, was it Harding you said? Ryan Harding? It's Ryan Andrews who's coming on for Boldmere St Michael's. He replaces Ricardo Reid. It's all gone to pot of the Butts Park Arena. We're in party mood. Ellis. Play on given. Solomon for the 4th. How's he missed that? How's Aaron Solomon missed that? Must be aiming for a bird. It seemed like a simple finish from Aaron Solomon. A powerful hit from the former Solihull Moors attacker. It ended up closer to the corner flag than it did the net. Here's Parry. Turns away from Carey. And he puts it straight into the hands of Brad Caswell. And honestly, Boldmere they barely even turned up today. It's been a poor show from Boldmere. Caswell's kick towards the left-hand side. I think that's taking a touch off Gale last. It could well be a corner. No, it's not going to be a corner. I thought that took a touch off Gale. And the referee is calling over Harry Craven. I believe it's something that Craven has said that the referee does not like the sound of. And now Mulligan, the captain, getting involved. No further action, but the referee is going to have his eye on Craven now. Shane Nicholson's going to warm up as we have just 10 minutes of normal time to go. Moose's ball collected by Mitchell. Here's Shearer. Loses out to Solomon. That's a fantastic pirouette from Solomon. Here's Kerwin Ellis. Back here to Solomon. Squares it. Oh, and it flies wide from Cairns. The Red and Green Army waited with bated breath to see if that one would fly to the top corner. Sadly, it didn't. It would have been a wonderful way for Cairns to cap off his debut from the bench, but it wasn't to be. Punt on the volley by Jamal Clark. Heads couldn't bring it under control. Parry will find Shearer on the left flank. These step overs from Shearer, very skillful player. Parry looks for the run of Ling. It's blocked up by Downs. Valance, oh look out there, just sidesteps Parry. Sadly the move doesn't go anywhere, but that one's going straight into skill school. And the look on Parry's face. Oh my goodness, his face is a picture. You won't want to see that one back. Oh, we've got it on film, don't worry. Usher Shitway finds his way into the box, but doesn't take the ball with him. Ronnie Hendricks tries to clear only as far as Gale, who returns it to Usher Shitway, but there's Hendricks again with a challenge. Nodded forward once more by Mulligan. Hendricks volleys it again. And now it's a race between Ellis and Craven. It's a race that Ellis wins, loops it over. Oh, it's hit the post. Ellis turned away in celebration. The move's not over yet though. Tripped, penalty. Well, Cairns doesn't have it because he just scored. Cairns has just put it in the net. But Ellis was taken out after hitting the post, and Ellis is saying, not on your life, Solomon, this one's mine. Aaron Solomon picking up the ball, but Kerwin Ellis was always going to take this spot kick. With 5 minutes to go to cap off a wonderful FA Vase match for the Red and Greens, it's Kerwin Ellis, and he's missed it! It cannons off the crossbar. Seems like United are destined to have scored 3 goals today and nothing more. They've had some amazing chances to extend their advantage, which they haven't taken. Mulligan. And a flurry of feet with Kyle Carey, who comes out with the ball and finds Shearer. Shearer ducking and diving, trying to find a way around Carey. And a free kick given and taken quickly. The ball was moving, so it's been called back. Five minutes to go here at the Butts Park Arena. It's still Coventry United leading by 3 goals to 0. Could and should have been more. Shearer holds off, give Musa, but not for long. Musa drills that one into the crowd. And a frame will follow the Mike's manager leaping over the barricade to act as ball boy. I don't think the United fans are ever going to help him out with that one. They want to waste time. Now Ryan Andrews taken out by Musa, and again Boldmere go for the quick free kick, and again the ball is moving, and again the referee calls it back. Again. And a yellow card now for Kyle Carey for the infringement on Ryan Andrews. Owen Parry will take this one as Carey continues to conversate with the referee. In by Parry, headed away by Clark. And Carey going for the ball but connects with Gale. And Carey is saying to the referee, I'm going for the ball, and there's no doubt he was, but the referee is, he's given Carey a final warning. And it looks like Terry Anderson is making the decision to take Carey off as he's immediately called over Shea Nicholson. Terry Anderson sees that Carey is probably on his last chance, and we could well see Nicholson come on to replace Carey. But before United's final change, with Nicholson coming on, Boldmere have another free kick. Parry for a sea of bodies, but blocked up by one of them. Oh, and a late challenge on Cairns. Referee says nothing doing against Parry. And amazing, that is a free kick as Gift Musa brings down Andrews. United can't clear, and Boldmere still can't score. Yes. You better not be lying about that. Oh, our chairman is trying to tease me about the Coventry City score, seeing as I'm a Sky Blues fan. It's not going well for the City at the moment. It's going well for United. So Carl Carey is coming up. It is as we thought. Carey replaced by Shea Nicholson. This seems like a good opportunity to name our Coventry United TV man of the match, number 7, Kyle Carey. So with about 2 minutes of normal time to go, United still lead by just the 3 goals. They could have had upwards of 6. Goal kick won in the air by Craven. Nicholson seems to be playing in midfield at the moment. Central role. Ling looking for Shearer on the left-hand side with the header, but it's brought down by Valence. Here's the 1-2 with Clark. And Valence with an aimless ball towards the right-hand side. No way was Solomon catching up to that one. And it was actually, he was in a troop this time. Michael did actually score. It's Coventry 1, Accrington 1. Solomon to Ellis. Slide in by Craven. Did connect with the ball. Mulligan. All Boldmere can do now is take away this clean sheet and restore a little bit of pride. Nodded back to Fenny by Craven. After the ball by Musa. Mitchell. Shearer. Mitchell again. Punts it down the left onto the chest of Luke Downs. Musa blocks off Andrews. Nicholson. Solomon. Overlap being made by Nicholson. He looks for Ellis instead. Kerwin Ellis can only find the guts of Fenny. Held off by the defender, which couldn't have made things easy for the big man. We are now into added minutes. Will Boldmere rob Caswell of his clean sheet? They're going to try. Usher Shitway. Looking for Shearer on the left. Easy clearance by Valence. Solomon. Ellis. Could have looked to play it through for Valence. Coventry didn't release the ball in time and it allows Usher Shitway through on the right hand side. Slides in to keep it alive against Gift Musa. Nodded down by Ling and sent into the corporate hospitality end behind the goal. Well, the Red and Green Army don't want to tempt fate, and they're not saying the final 2 lines of that song. A certain song with a French phrase. I won't say it because I don't want to tempt fate either, but the arch may well be calling. Valence chips it up the right. Chested down by Solomon. Dispossessed by Shearer. Just able to keep it in on this left flank. Mitchell can only find Valence. Valence to Solomon. Valence is still going, but Solomon has the ball now. Aaron Solomon with a darting run to the right. Solomon, now Valence. Can't take it past Mitchell, but Solomon will get to the loose ball. Can't take it around Mitchell for a second time. Mulligan. Still got a fair few minutes of added time to go, I believe. We've got a few stoppages. Last minute, according to the referee. As Terry Anderson asks the man in black, how long are you playing? Well, he's got his answer. Valence with a throw, volleyed upfield by Mitchell. Ling's header, off the head of Andrews now. Barnett with his head on it. Musa skips through the Boldmere midfield. Solomon timing his run. He's had to hold back. Oh, it's a delightful ball by Solomon. It's Keynes, and again, Benny saves. United just cannot find that fourth goal. And now here come Boldmere. Will they find the fourth goal of the match? No. Put it on a plate for Boldmere and they still can't find the back of the net. First Brooks and then Ling. The referee is saying that Caswell got something on it. It didn't look from where I am that he did. It looked like it was just scooped over the net by Ling. Is Wembley calling? We'll have to wait a few more months to find that out. But the Red and Greens have matched last year's third round journey. This time they will hope to exceed it. The Red and Greens with a convincing victory over a Boldmere St Michael's side who never really got going. A blitzing first half display was enough to send the Red and Greens through to the third round. And the Red and Green Army will be excited to see who's next on the road to Wembley. The final score at the Butts Park Arena in the Buildbase FA Vase second round. Coventry United 3, Boldmere St Michael's 0. Thank you for joining us here on Coventry United TV. It's been a pleasure as always. You can catch the highlights of today's game on YouTube tomorrow. youtube.com/Coventry United TV is the place to find all of your Coventry United interviews and highlights. We are back next Saturday here at the Butts with live commentary of Coventry United versus Sporting Calcer. We don't want that. We don't want Boldmere again. It's Coventry United versus Sporting Calcer next Saturday. And then on Sunday, the 11th of November, on Remembrance Day, it's QPR Ladies versus Coventry United Ladies. Thank you for joining us. I've been Liam Cook. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next time.